All right, let's go over. Our last team here is going to be Nashville as Gary Smith leads them in their fourth year after finishing fifth in the West with 50 points. I am interested if they keep the 4-4-2 shape, but that's what I have them in right now. I've got Joe Willis in goal. I've got Shaq Moore at right back, Zimmerman and Jack Mayer, partner at center back with Dan Lovitz at left back. In the midfield four, I've got Leal on the right, McCarty and Davis in the midfield two, and Fafa Pico on the left with CJ Sapong and that guy, Hani Mukhtar. I don't know. He scored a lot of goals last year, so I put him in.
He's kind of good. Believe it or not, I think for the first time all episode we have outside of Philly, we have the exact same team. High five. Yeah, 4-4-2, literally the exact same lineup.
Nice. All right. So
Honestly, it felt kind of obvious.
Yeah, of course it did. You don't change. I mean, like I said, I think the only person that's kind of up in the air is Dax McCarty. You can flop him for Tana Nungwa. You can flop it for where'd the other one go?
Hannibal Godoy.
Yes, Anibal Godoy. And I think you see Godoy probably over McCarty most times, if I'm being honest, but I couldn't get away from the double Red Bull in the middle. So we
I'm
move.
sure you couldn't.
Talk to me about their biggest addition.
I've got Fafa Pico. I think this one was kind of easy for me. Picking one of their 8,000 left wing signings. I think Fafa Pico was um, one of, if not Houston's best player last season. So taking him, adding him into the attack, which I feel like has always been one of Nashville's bigger question marks, is just their attack and who can support Hani Mukhtar, because he can't do it all by himself. So I really like the way the attack is shaping up. Adding Fafa Pico, having Randall Leal to help out Hani as well as CJ Spong. I think things are looking pretty good for Nashville.
Nice, I like it. I also went with Faf Pico. I think they had a hole at that left wing spot, and I think it's a good get for them. Biggest loss though, Dave Romney in the back. I thought he was really solid. I thought he was a really good part of that very good back line that they had. Jack Mayer, I think, is good, but I think Dave Romney was better.
Yep. Same thing for me.
Talk to me about your breakout player then.
There's really not a lot in terms of young players on this team to keep an eye on that I think could get in the mix. I went with Lawrence White here, former Atlanta
Interesting.
guy, probably not super high up on the center back depth chart, but I think I have him like fourth on mine behind Zimmerman, Mayer, and Dupuis. But had good numbers. I think last season with, I don't remember exactly what team. I think somewhere in the USL. I think if he gets the chance to get some minutes this season and kind of rotate into that back line, that's always pretty solid. I think we can see some good moments from Lawrence White.
I have him as center back five behind Josh Bauer. Um, but I also picked a center back, but it's less of a breakthrough and or breakout and more of a breakthrough. I've got Jack Mayer here. Um, he's not, like I said, not really a breakout guy, but he hasn't broken 2,000 minutes in a season yet. And with the departure of Dave Romney, I think he is set up to do that this year easily. Um, this could catapult him, much like Sean Nealis in his second year or third year, to being, top 10 center back in the league, get overseas looks type of thing if he gets it right. So less of a breakthrough, and more of like a keep an eye on it. Let's see what happens.
Fair enough.
So it's time to ask one question and one question only. Is anybody going to help Hani Mukhtar score goals this year? Anybody? Or are we just going to let him carry the entire team this year? And if
Yeah, just let him
they
do it again.
don't, if they don't, can Nashville survive? Or can Hani Mukhtar just score 25 goals a year? Is that just how they're
Sure.
gonna? Is that their business plan? I don't think it's sustainable, personally.
God thinks he's a business major now, huh?
Naturally.
My question for Nashville. Is this team good enough to be competing at the top of the East?